Hello there. The truth is out there. Joe Biden was pulled out of the election race, with his health being a major factor. So why is he still president? Donald Trump said back in 2021 that the US Constitution 25th Amendment would come back to haunt Joe Biden, and he's been proven correct. Here's what Trump said at the time.
Free speech is under assault like never before. The 25th Amendment is of zero risk to me, but will come back to haunt Joe Biden and the Biden administration. As the expression goes, be careful what you wish for.
Biden was forced yesterday by his own side to submit to his own cognitive failings and shut down his re-election campaign. Now, the question that everyone is asking is, what will Joe Biden do when he wakes up this morning and finds out that Joe Biden is no longer a presidential election candidate? Will he decide to put himself forward as a replacement for the poor, unfortunate Joe Biden? Serious question, does he even realise he's out of the running? Now, Biden has not resigned as president, he has only ruled out standing for re-election. All very late in the day and giving his party a real headache. In fact, as I understand it, Biden pulled out of the presidential race via X, with the White House and his re-election team finding out a whole minute later. And that's followed with so far unsubstantiated rumours about Joe Biden being terminally ill. Although his healthcare team do say that apart from a mild bout of COVID, Biden's vital signs remain normal. So one Republican Senator, Nancy Mace, tweeted, "If Joe Biden does not have the cognitive ability to seek re-election, he does not have the cognitive ability to serve the remainder of his term. Tomorrow I will introduce a resolution calling on Kamala Harris to invoke the 25th Amendment and assume the duties of acting president." So giving time for the Republicans to make even more political capital, as Kamala Harris is fully exposed as being totally unfit to take the position as leader of the free world. Here is some vintage Kamala Harris for you to show you exactly why the Dems will want her kept in the shadows for as long as possible.
Today is today. And yesterday was today yesterday. Tomorrow will be today tomorrow. So live today, so the future today will be as the past today as it is tomorrow.
So the Democrat hierarchy will definitely not want her exposed to ridicule. Biden was bad enough. But Harris has a very, very low popularity amongst the voters. In fact, key Democrats do not endorse her for the job. They will probably end up bringing in someone new. Michelle Obama, perhaps? In fact, I'm pretty sure the people have not seen Kamala Harris do much at all. In fact, do they know her at all? Maybe Sleepy Joe's handlers, the Obama Brigade if rumours are to be believed, have had Kamala placed under wraps so as to let her stupidly not rock the boat. Those handlers, whoever they are, seem determined to keep Sleepy Irish Joe exactly where he is, doing exactly as he's told. Then if they get really lucky, or something happens at the ballot boxes, and Kamala Harris does win, they can set about doing a Joe Biden control job on her. But now he's seen off the Joe Biden threat, Donald Trump has quickly switched targets. Not so much attacking Kamala Harris, but turning on those who should have come clean years ago about the current president's failing mental health. When speaking to Jesse Waters on Prime Time, Trump and his pick for Vice President, J.D. Vance, said that if Joe Biden was unfit to run for re-election, then he's unfit for office now. Therefore, the 25th Amendment must be invoked now. Further, CBS News reported that the Biden family now say that a major factor in Joe Biden's decision to pull out was his health. And if the family knew that his health was failing, then you can be sure Joe's handlers were also well aware. And surely Kamala Harris would also have known, or at least suspected. And given the 25th Amendment, it is her job to know, isn't it? As Ben Shapiro tweeted, Kamala Harris should be asked whether she believes Joe Biden is mentally fit to be President of the United States today. She, as VP, has the responsibility to invoke the 25th Amendment if she believes he is not. And I also have to point out that right up until the last moment, Biden's family and his handlers have been supporting his re-election campaign. Nice for Sleepy Joe and his kin, but what about the nation and its people? Now, coming so soon after the Trump assassination attempt and the speed at which this is happening, many are claiming that this has all been planned. Except that Trump still lives. Oh, and just to make it clear, the assassination attempt was not a setup to boost Trump's ratings, as claimed by some conspiracy theorists. To shoot a moving target in the ear at that range with no magnifying sight is a 1 billion to 1 deal. Now, interestingly, the Biden letter that was posted on X, where he says that he believes it to be in the best interests of his country and the party to stand down from re-election, is not on official letter-headed paper. There's also the matter of the signature, which to my untrained eye does not look at all like other examples posted on the web. For a start, it's underlined, and secondly, it sweeps up to the right. Compare that to this one from 2010. Now, if the letter is not his, who would have released it on his X profile? And if it's not his letter, then what sort of treason may have been committed? Either that, or Biden has fallen so far that he found the draft in his in-tray that was meant to be transmitted on the death of Trump, and he accidentally published it. Who knows? Anyway, I'll leave that to the experts. Oh, and it only took a few hours for Kamala Harris to take legal control of the campaign account. Pity they can't make their southern border operate so efficiently, isn't it? Right now, all Trump needs to do is turn up, say non-controversial things, and he'll end up in the White House come January. Actually, I think he could really get stuck in and be highly controversial and still get into the White House. In fact, probably on an even higher vote if he was outspoken. So I fervently hope he now has a superb set of personal protection officers, or at least a lot better than the last rabble. Because another attempt may be all his vehement opposition has left. Unless they can pull a real humdinger of a candidate out of the hat. And I saw no indication of that. None at all. In fact, the Dems might have just given up and be hoping that Trump is so bad that he'll be given the 25th Amendment process, and J.D. Vance will take over. And would you believe it, Democrat supporters are now saying that Donald Trump is also getting old and therefore he should also be stopped from becoming the next US president. They're starting their own 25th Amendment campaign early, aren't they? Won't be long before every cough or inadvertent action or word by Trump is met with screams of "Invoke Article 25 now!" You can see that one coming a mile away, can't you?